Hey y'all, welcome. It's Chrissy O here from Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles and ChrissyOShow.com. If you hear some noise in the background, my beautiful, lovely European boxer Vader is on the bed behind me, and he is in snooze land. So he will be snoring and probably letting off some noxious gas while we're here. So hopefully I won't be coughing and choking. We're on the podcast show. That wouldn't be nice. But anyway, we're here, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all for subscribing to the YouTube channel. You guys are fabulous. Thank you guys for signing up for the emails. I couldn't be more happier, and I'm certainly happy that you guys choose to spend your time watching our episodes and shows. Also, if you hear whistling in the background, Vicky and Tracy are inside this morning because today we're expected to have some type of rain, thunderstorm stuff going on. So I don't really feel comfortable putting them outside in the front pen just yet because they still don't have all of their down gone and they don't have all their feathers in. But anyway, we're here. The noises are in the background. It's cute. It's fun. It is what it is. And how appropriate for the ducks to be whistling at Mom in the background. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about a few things today, and this is going to be duck related, okay? So I just want to say welcome back to all my feathered friends and farm fables here on the podcast show. I'm going to dive beak first into the wonderful world of crested ducks. That's right, you heard me. Now, if you don't know what a crested duck is, if you watch the YouTube channels and you watch social media, you see me post all about JaneLily. She's my giant white crested duck. She's beautiful. So when I talk about crested ducks, they're adorable first and foremost. And everybody recognizes these adorable babies, pompadoured poultry, okay? And they're gaining popularity for a good reason. Because they're adorable and their hair makes us laugh, right? Not really hair, but it's feathers. It makes us laugh. But as with any animal, there's going to be more to them than meets the eye, okay? So I'm going to be exploring some of the pros, some of the cons, and a little bit of everything in between. Now, first, let me give you a little backstory on my JaneLily crested duck. I wanted a crested duck so stinking bad. So about a year ago, I reached out to Metzer Farms, that's Metzer, Metzer Farms, because they had that type of breed. They, have specific breeds of ducks and all types of fowl. And I said, well, I want to get one, just one. Let me try just one because I knew there was some concerns and some things with having a crested duck. But I went ahead and I got her anyway. So her hatch date was recently, and she just has had her 1-year birthday living with us. And I'm so stinking excited about that, okay? So she is adorable, and I hope you love all her little pictures and the videos that I'm getting ready to show. All right. So anyway, before I digress, let's just talk about it. So there's an undeniable charm of crested ducks that you just understand when you see them. They got fluffy dome-shaped crest on their little noggins. It's freaking downright irresistible, okay? And it just adds a touch of whimsical elegance. It's just hard to find in other duck breeds, okay? Crested ducks are funny to look at. They're so cute. And they're often described as having like a cartoonish type quality. I have to agree because JaneLily looks like something I've never, ever seen in a duck before. So I think it's quite hilarious. Now, let me start off on the positive side, okay? Because I don't want to deter anybody from owning a crested duck. I just want you to understand the complications and some of the things that do occur with crested ducks. Now, my JaneLily has been the most perfect little specimen, but I've been extra careful with her too. So there's that. So on the positive side, crested ducks, they're generally known for just their docile and friendly temperament for the most part. Now, not my JaneLily. She will hiss at you if she does not know you. She hisses at the dogs. She's like, no, she's not really a fan of males. None of my boys, my hubby, none of them, she's not really a fan of. She's a mommy's girl, okay? For the most part, they're often less skittish than other breeds, but I can't really say that for JaneLily because she's very skittish for whatever reason. And I don't know, because I walked around and held her most of her little baby life, but it is what it is. I guess she's more attached to me. Now, they're excellent little companions, especially if you got little children or other little pets for the most part, except for JaneLily. So if you find one that's not like mine, you're going to have a cute little companion that you'll love. Now, for the most part, what I really like about JaneLily and the Crested Duck breed is they tend to be very curious and, for the most part, social. They enjoy human interaction, especially when you have snackies. And I want to be honest here, okay? Just watching JaneLily waddle and other crested ducks like waddle around with their little crest bobbing around on top of their noggin is just pure entertainment. Looks like the thing's going to fall off, like they didn't use any type of like wig glue or anything. So it's pretty funny. So now let's talk about some of the quirks. All right. So these ducks, they've got personalities. They're super unique, just like their little hairstyles, okay? They can be comical, they can be silly, they can make you laugh, and their curiosity, for me, it just leads to a lot of amusing situations. I have seen her do some silly things when she's investigating little puddles or trying to sneak into little places she's not supposed to be. But, I mean, I have to say crested ducks definitely aren't boring, okay? So, there's that. When I'm talking about unique personalities, I got to give like a special shout out to JaneLily. With it being her birthday, I just cannot believe I've enjoyed a whole year of fluffy, wobbly, bobbly Cress. Just fun little walks and just endless entertainment with her eating snackies. She's just brought a ton of joy to our little farm, and just watching her grow, it's just been an absolute delight for me and my family, And for us, I guess she's a prime example of like just all the fun little delightful quirks, that a crested duck just has. So happy birthday to my JaneLily. And yes, she got some extra snackies. Now, here's some that most people don't like to hear about, but it's got to be like a crucial part that you need to understand. There's some cons, okay? And there's one big significant one that everybody who's thinking of owning a crested duck and you've never had one, this is something that you need to be aware of. Crested ducks have a tendency to have neurological issues. The reason why they have that distinctive big poofy crest of, people call it hair, but it's feathers on the top of their head, is caused actually by genetic mutation. And unfortunately, the mutation can sometimes lead to neurological problems. Now, it doesn't happen in every breed. So far, JaneLily's been able to escape it, and she's got one of the largest, poofiest crests I've ever seen. Anyway, the neurological conditions can manifest like in just different ways, like balance, wobbling with their balance, not being able to walk well. They can have seizures, and sometimes, unfortunately, it can lead to premature death in most serious neurological cases. Now, it is a serious consideration when you're thinking about having a crested duck, okay? It's also essential to make sure that you source your crested duck wherever you get them from reputable breeders who prioritize genetic health. That's one of the reasons why I went with Metzer Farms, Metzer, Metzer Farms. I ordered her online because they do that. They're reputable breeders. They prioritize the genetic health of every crested duck. Every animal that they work with, they are very reputable breeders, and that's what they do. So I was more comfortable ordering from them because I know, what they do. I know the background of what that farm does, and I was very happy with it. Okay. The genetic issue that they have is because the crest is related to the skull deformity. So I didn't know if you guys knew that or not. So what it means is the skull's not closed properly in certain ducks, and it can lead to pressure on the brain. Okay, so this ranges from mild to severe, and it's often unpredictable. You can't really tell what's going on there. Now, some ducks never show any signs, symptoms, while some will just suffer physically, and you can see that. And it's heartbreaking, for certain breeds to have, these issue with the crested ducks. It's just heartbreaking. But, just make sure that you understand it's important to remember that not all crested ducks have these problems. JaneLily doesn't, okay? So I don't want to scare you away from getting the breed. I just want you to understand about the crest and just understand that many of them live very happy, healthy lives. I mean, we have a friend named Pom Pom the duck. We have all types of friends that have ducks with crests. So go check them out on our website at chrisyoshow.com, photos and friends. And you can see them, and they're living happy lives, okay? But I just want to let you know that the risk is always there. And it's a risk you need to be prepared to accept, because just before bringing any kind of crested duck home, do your research first. That's what I did. I spent months researching about crested ducks, talking to farmers who bred crested ducks before I chose the place that I wanted to get JaneLily from, because I wanted her to live with me and my family and have as many happy years as she could, as long as she could. That was my goal. Because they're good egg layers too, and they lay some pretty giant eggs, which is, basically what I have mine for, is eggs. I don't breed her. I didn't want to. I wanted to have her as a baby, as a pet, as my baby duck, which I did, So I made sure that I talked to experienced breeders, reputable farmers, and I understood every bit of the potential challenges that could happen with the crested duck breeds, okay? Beyond any of the neurological concerns that I had, there's the typical duck-related considerations, okay? So you got to make sure any duck that you have, I don't care if it's crested or not, they got to have access to clean water for swimming, preening. They got to have a safe and secure shelter, and they got to have a diet that meets their nutritional needs so you don't have any issues with potential seizures and balance issues and things like that. Now, I will say this on the downside. Ducks are super nasty and they're super messy because their pooey droppings accumulate so quick, okay? Regular cleaning, we have to clean them out more often than we have to clean the chicken barn out. The chicken barn gets deep cleaned once a month. The duck pen, we're doing that every other day. So be prepared. If you don't have the time to invest in a duck of any kind, and you don't have a pond, and you don't have a lake or a place that you can put them like that in a more vast open space, or if they're not free ranging, just be mindful, because we have a duck pen that we put our babies in. They're more safe there. They're more secure there. I spend more time with them there. And just understand you got to clean it a lot. Okay. Now they're ducks. So they love to forage, they love to poo, they're water babies. And if you free range them, they will destroy your vegetation, your gardens, if you don't fence them off to certain things. Okay, so just remember that they are natural foragers and they need access to grass, bugs, that kind of thing, unless you provide it for them, which we do. We provide that for them daily. So now, in the terms of pros, they're super excellent egg layers, like I said before. They're also great for pest control and super entertaining while you watch them chase a bumblebee. They will eat it, They will eat butterflies. They will eat winged creatures that fly around, flies, and it is so funny and entertaining just to watch them. I'm going to summarize a little bit here for you guys. They're very charming in appearance. They can be docile in their temperament, entertaining, good egg layers, good pest controls. That's all the pros that I can think of, okay? Now, cons is the potential for neurological issues. They're messy. They require tons of water, good sturdy shelter, and garden destroyers. But I will say this. Ultimately, the decision to raise crested ducks is basically a personal one, just like it was for me. You know, I'm not trying to sell you any crested ducks, but I'm just trying to let you know, for those who follow people who have crested ducks like me and Pom Pom and others, you know, Melanie has hers on Ducks of Providence. It's just, you got to understand that it's a personal decision to raise, house, keep, and maintain crested ducks. Now, they do offer unique and rewarding experiences. Yes, that is true, but they also come with their challenges, and they're specific. I, went over them. So if you're prepared to provide necessary care and understand the potential risk, they can be super wonderful additions to your flock, farm, backyard, homestead, whatever it is. I just want to say happy birthday to my sweet JaneLily. Thank you for joining me here. So I'm talking about lovely crested ducks on the podcast show. I do heart y'all great big. Remember, do your research, prioritize your animal welfare. Always celebrate the unique personalities of your feathered babies, no matter if it's a crested duck or a non-crested duck, okay? Until next time, I heart y'all great big. If you can't be good at it.